Hello and welcome to the Shift Asia in-depth series with Malaysian International Food and Beverage Trade Fair, MIFB 2024, the podcast where we dive deep into the heart of sustainable food and beverage innovations across Asia. My name is Frida Liu, and as we build up to the Malaysian International Food and Beverage Trade Fair happening in Kuala Lumpur from July 17 to 19, each episode will shine a light on the pioneers who are reshaping the industry. So whether you're a business owner, a food enthusiast, or simply curious about the future of food, join us as we uncover the tastes of tomorrow today. This fireside chat delves into the transformative journeys that food and beverage businesses undergo as they shift towards sustainable operations. Our speaker will unpack the complexities and challenges faced by these businesses, from sourcing eco-friendly materials and adopting green technologies to rethinking waste management and supply chain. I'm here with Roberto Cimmino, and correct me if I'm wrong, an expert in culinary management who's joining us from Italy. So nice of you to join us, Roberto, or as they say, ciao, Roberto. Perhaps you can share a little bit about your F&B background, your story with food.
Yes. Okay. Well, as you probably can guess from my accent, I'm from Italy. Originally, I'm from the southern part. My background started in the culinary industry, in the food preparation, in the restaurant, straight up cooking stuff. Let's do this. I kind of grew up in Asia. I moved, my first experience was in China when I was 19. And I spent 11 years there. Then I moved to 2 years in the Philippines, 7 years in Thailand, and today we're here. I work in different, let's call it level. I work in hotel, interesting restaurant. I work in consultancy. I work in project management. So I kind of see things from different angles.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And how do you get involved in sustainability within the hospitality industry, or do you see that that's where things are heading anyway?
Well, before the sustainability, I come from Italy, okay? So it's about the culture for us. We don't waste, we don't throw. So even before sustainability, even before practices, for me, it was natural not to waste, not to throw. Moving on a professional point of view and a professional career, it's more about learning. It's more about practices. It's about changes. It's about making sure that everything should be like that.
Right.
It's an effort. Sustainability for career, for hospitality, for food businesses is not only about not throwing stuff, because this is what people think, which is wrong. It's more about changing your view, what you see and what you do and how you behave, not for myself, not for me, but for everyone around me. So incorporating sustainability is not only something that I do on myself, for me. Changing sustainability is something that I do for everyone, as a supplier, colleague, and collaborator, and everything. So it's kind of an approach rather than a set of plan or a set of steps.
Right.
This is the progress that I kind of learned during my journey.
Right. And you wrote a piece on LinkedIn and how the hospitality industry is intertwined or can be intertwined with sustainability. Can you share some of your thoughts from that article?
Yes, so the article that I wrote, it was during my time on continuing my universities and focusing on sustainability in F&B business. So what I read that article, because if you really see deep, F&B businesses at that time, 1 year ago, even now, they don't really cover all the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goal. It's only about the message perceived. It's only about don't throw, or don't use too much of this particular item because we don't have. Well, it's very wrong. Sustainability is not don't throw the base because it becomes dark. Sustainability is, as I say, it's an approach to make it easy for everyone to understand. There is in October 1987 the burnout report it gives a definition of sustainability. Thanks, or let's call it sustainable development. It's, and I'm really quoting whatever, meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So it's everything. You have the 17 SDG, so I try to link every of these goals. For example, not poverty, the SDG 1, and you have that basically work and economic growth, local community, and everything on. Moving on, food security, SDG 2. Food security is not over abusing, but make sure that everyone has the survival needs.
Right.
And then you got SDG 3, like the good health and well-being. How can we use that in F&B business? Quality of food. Because if I'm not talking about premium luxury item, I'm literally talking about the bare minimum standard.
Right.
To live, you can see thousands of scandals every day from adulterated food or over sugary drinks sold to poor communities. And this affect their growth. I just had a talk with my doctor yesterday, and I was telling him about the amount of younger teenager or young adult or even like younger person that they have disease. This did not happen, let's say, 10 or 15 years ago. Right. The reason, like a solution that my doctor find out is take care of them when they're young.
Right.
So you don't have to follow up on a daily basis on every disease that's come up.
Right.
That's basically the things.
Cool.
And this article that I wrote, that is available on LinkedIn, a link and try to link every sustainable goal.
Right.
From the industry. SDG 14, life below water, preserve the marine life. SDG 15, life on land, and SDG 17, partnership and work with the local community, NGO, and the whole hospitality industry. So this is what my article is about. It's about something that I could not find. I tried, but there was nothing that really explained clearly how an F&B, an hotel, a freestanding restaurant, a food cart, a travel chef can really make an impact, whatever small or big that it is for the future.
And when you look at this journey in sustainability, how important is it for F&B to invest in technology? And if you say so, like in what areas would be like a key area to invest in technology?
Well, technology, some people, they start to be worried with this technology advancement. I don't think it's the reason. Right. Technology in F&B is extremely important for the reason that F&B, it has high flexibility. It cannot be streamlined because F&B and hotellerie and everything that use a lot of human resources, it's always prone to change. So for me, F&B, it's very important. Let's call it game-changing. Right. So you can use real-time resource monitoring, a smart meter, sensor, food waste sensor, food waste cost sensor, smart appliances, like automatically shut off or automatically lower the consumption when a fridge reaches temperature, something standby. Like, for example, me working in the restaurant, we did have oven running for the whole day because you need to keep the temperature.
Right.
So imagine how much water for steam, electricity, heat, and everything generate. Why don't you make myself a mode that can stand by and kind of keep the energy?
Right.
Inventory management system.
Right.
You optimize your food order. We all know that a restaurant that doesn't have everything on the menu is not really well seen. right? This is available, this is not available. Me, myself, I've been working different kind of restaurant, different concepts. And sometimes I also did not have food available. The sardine from Normandy, they were not available this season. This beef, this lobster, this vegetable is not good because it's not on a regular season. And we all know that nowadays, everywhere in the world, you can find the grower. So it's like inventory management, making your menu engineering. You easily can get on internet and ask your local AI chatbot to make an inventory management system. You input, he tell you what to put on the menu. Another one is engagement.
Right.
Engagement for guests. So imagine this technology that gives me digital menus and app. Not everyone is really fond of this QR code, but see like this, everyone has their own phone. A 2-year-old kid has their own phone, right? So you can just scan and see. Imagine how much better we can waste. We can save.
Right.
We can waste. Online ordering system. It's all about also the time. If a resource is used longer, it be consumed longer.
Right.
Something little bit on the detail. By ordering in advance and making sure that everything is proper, this is more cleaning, you avoid mistakes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
A restaurant can make like 3-4 pasta, let's say linguine with clams, right? Linguine by mistake. The staff eat or they throw it away. What's linguine on the global impact? A lot.
Right.
How many restaurants around the world? How many days are in a week? How many 3 times 7 times the amount of time the restaurant in the world? So you understand, it's like, I make you another example that I made before. I over-ordered basil because everyone loves beautiful green, fresh, smelly, amazing basil. Then it became dark. I threw it away and I ordered new. So by doing little change, because big change never work. Human have kind of resilience to change. And this is normal because it's something that take out of comfort. But small change and adjustment and help of technology and change of mindset, it make a huge impact within a very, very short period of time.
And I guess like what you're saying is looking where the costs are very high or where there's leakage, right? Look at those areas and see what are the possible solutions and a bit of planning behind it. Now you've also written about several restaurants, right, in Thailand, and maybe you've got some stories out in Italy as well of restaurants that are doing interesting things around sustainability. Perhaps you can share some of these stories.
Well, in Thailand, one of the latest, not extremely latest news, the Green Michelin star. But before that, because a lot of local chefs, they've been living in these communities. They own to them something. So you got this restaurant, small of it, they partner with the farmer with NGO who help communities sustain and thrive. They relief market, they literally influence the guests for sustainable markets, sustainable agriculture. They foster community development. Some restaurants, they offer a farm tour. They offer like cultural exchange. There is a big market for sustainable hospitality in Thailand, where you literally go outside the big city, outside the famous place. And then you live with them for a week. You see how they live, you cultivate, you harvest, and you get the milk, you do everything. Some example, like the latest one is like how 𝐼𝐈𝐴𝐷, they growing their produce, they serve plant-based menu. 80/20, they work on this 80 local, 20 import. So they really emphasize sustainability and they force on themselves. They don't accept today we cannot do. It has to be done. So in San Fran, they offer organic and vegetarian, like you see, they do workshop. And, 𝐁 This is a kind of French-inspired restaurant. The chef is fantastic. They try to use as much as Thai ingredient, locally grown, which is fantastic quality. I've been, during my early years in Bangkok, there is a project called Green Net. That basically, those are this fishing boat that go fish in the open sea, and you take whatever they bring. This is absolutely fantastic. I really love that. Sometimes I used to get some king mackerel. It's really fresh because they are not like, the things nowadays is about, if it's not this size, you throw it away. If it's not this size, you waste. This is a waste. I really don't like this. You got Pru in Phuket. They get plant-based understand philosophy. They get everything as much as from Thailand. They have the organic farm. They got Jampa. Jampa is also an European restaurant. Zero waste. It's kind of philosophy of sustainability that you can really see. Back in Europe, for example, like in Germany, like 72 restaurants, is 21% of the Michelin star. They meet the standard of the green sustainability, adjustmental philosophy. You got Freya in Berlin and zero waste. You got Konoba Made. There's a lot of full restaurant. That's all about being the pioneer and show them what they do. As many in Spain, they recycle rainwater, solar energy. They do tree planting. And also, you know why? This is not only because they need to show that they can do, but it's also good for them. Because you lower your cost, you grow your own stuff. Al-fresco in Italy, they're from Sicilian cuisine. This is very nice because this is not only about sustainability of the food, but for example, al-fresco in Italy, they hire a juvenile offender and they show them kind of a better way to live your life. Okay. And now in 𝐈𝐍, they use wild ingredient. Noma, of course, everyone knows this. In foraging and finding only what in that particular season, in that particular week. In Paris, Michelin star and Grey Star. Something also different that it promotes sustainability, but promote fair treatment of the farmers. You get paid what you deserve. For your mother, Iceland to minimize carbon footprint. So it's all about finding what can you do for the other. Yes.
Okay. And you talk a little bit about trends and everything. I just want to know, like, is the plant-based movement the next big thing? And then if not, what else, do you see happening?
Okay. Well, plant-based, it moves from a niche that counts the economic cost to a trend. It will move to a movement. It's awareness. It's about understanding how your choices impact can benefit animal agriculture in general, local community, local economy. And it's a big part of this shift to a sustainable food system, especially in hospitality, but also I'm talking about consumer. Plant-based products are very widely available, are well made, are not anymore those, sorry for this word, fake hamburger with powders in it. It's not anymore like this. I had myself beetroot hamburger that the beetroot inside was kind of reddish, so it looked like beetroot. And, I say, okay, fine. What did you put to make it like this? Then the guy say beetroot, mushroom, onion, and stuff like that. It's about how you use this product. There are trends also that are ongoing, like food waste reduction, measuring the food waste, and on the operator point of view, putting those indexes in their KPI. That means, and I'm using it to be technical word, the less you waste, the better your salary, the better your career, the more things you get. So it's about not everyone wake up in the morning and say, I want to be sustainable. It's not happening like this. You have to feel the effect of what you're not doing on you. So there are companies who try to reward individual that really try to understand and accept this modern way of life, because we cannot go back. Like, for example, we've been using already the fish for the whole year, but we're still overfishing. We keep throwing plastic on the street. We keep throwing plastic in the ocean. Like, I was actually listening to some report that there are microplastic in the air. They find microplastic in the air filter, the one that you have at home. That means we are breathing microplastic already. This is look like a dystopian future from a movie. It's yesterday. So the new trends, there are other new trends that I particularly like, especially this one. There is a word, it's called greenwashing. It's something that we have to annihilate. We have to fight it. Greenwashing is make you believe you are doing good. It's misleading you that we are doing good for the environment. We are not sourcing anymore our clothes from this country because we know that everyone knows what's happening. So we move to the other country where nobody knows what's happening. This is greenwashing. So it's like, also in Malaysia, I was starting with my professor. She told me about the palm oil. So you have this sustainable company that they claim themselves sustainable. And then deep down in the forest, you got this kind of fake company, this dark area where you go get whatever you're missing from your plants, from your palm for the oil. Net zero, super important. Scope 3. Scope 3 emission is whatever emission occur through a company value chain that are indirect. What mean? I have a oven, I make bread. My smoke is an emission. My scope 3 emission is the guy who bring me the flour, the guy who bring me the sugar, the farmer who has to put pesticide because they want that particular. It's everything going backwards to the origin. Food waste management, but it's going also linked for stability and also economic growth.
And
all these things,
all these things?
And basically, all these things, they kind of build up. From consumer point of view, you have design. Again, we are not going into greenwashing, but let them understand that they're doing good. So reward them. Another thing is virtual kitchen. Right after COVID, it was on decline. But for me, I understand virtual kitchen is where you can control better your produce, technology integration, and all like this. There is also something that it gives a perception of feeling good while also doing that. In restaurant design, try to use material that they are better source. Let's call it this way, and the kind of sustainable, and they help the local community. Hire your local community, train your local community, give them a better quality of life, and all this small change, they're becoming trend for two reasons. The first reason, and this is the most important, it's for your influence on others. But the second one is because as we shift towards this, you will have better interest from the customer. That means customer will choose you, because also they feel good. While they cannot really, me myself, I'm by myself, like a broccoli, for example. One broccoli cannot change much. A production center has a central kitchen that bought like 1,000 or 2,000 kilos. By a little change, imagine how big it can be his impact.
Thank you for your explaining this so in such great detail. And I think at the end of the day, about being sustainable at the long term will also make you a profitable business, right? So thank you again, Roberto. And you've been watching the Shift Asia in-depth series with Malaysia International Food and Beverage Trade Fair 2024. And it was a pleasure to bring you today's story of innovation and impact in the F&B sector. And this has been the Shift Asia.